Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate you being here today. The Cycle of Success Institute and John Maltner has been teaching this workshop in Chicago WBDC for several years, and it's been very successful. So we had so many of you emailing us, asking us to bring this workshop here to Minneapolis. So finally, it happened. He's here today, so very excited to offer this workshop to you. And I would like to thank Target and Kathy Meza and the Supply Diversity Program for hosting this workshop here today and sponsoring the breakfast. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And it's my pleasure to introduce our workshop leader today, John Maltner. A little bit of his bio. John Maltner is an in-demand expert and leader in the field of small business growth and profitability. The strategies and principles that he created have led him to build and sell 5 successful multi-million-dollar companies before turning 40. Mr. Maltner has become an acknowledged specialist in the business world who knows what it takes to build a successful company. After 20 years of hard work and successes, Mr. Maltner has taken his wealth of experience and created Cycle of Success Institute, a company that has become a leading force for businesses who want to learn the tools to grow, be highly competitive and profitable. He shares his most effective strategies and principles with businesses to maximize their success. The Cycle of Success Institute program has been effectively implemented with many of our WBs with outstanding results. Cycle of Success Institute has taught hundreds of businesses how to add millions to their company's top and bottom lines and increase the value of their companies. Mr. Maltner continues to influence countless businesses throughout the world, Midwest primarily. He's also the co-author of the Cycle of Success, published by Nightingale Conant. Thank you very much, John, for being here today.
Okay, is that all right? Everybody can hear me okay? Okay, good. You should have a sheet of paper, you should have a sticky note, and you should have a pencil in front of you, because I'm going to put you to work today. And we're going to talk about how to turn any company into a profitable, high-growth business. When I talk about any company, I mean any type of company. Whether you have 3 employees, 3,000 employees, whether you have your business's construction, service, retail, manufacturing, distribution, it won't make a difference. Whether you're unique, maybe you're a one-of-a-kind company in the entire world, this will be applicable to you also. So we really want to kind of talk about how we're going to grow our businesses today. And when I talk about growth, what's one thing that probably comes to mind? Greg, what's one thing that comes to mind when you talk about a high-growth company? Sales. Okay, we normally think about sales because that's the first thing we think about when we talk about a high-growth company. The truth of it is that you need to be looking at total company-wide growth. You need to be looking at your 7 M's within your business. The 7 M's of your company: manpower. How are we going to improve our manpower? Looking at things that relate to improved productivity. Machinery. How are we going to set up our equipment faster, make our machines run more productive, more efficiently? Looking at materials, inventory issues. How do we improve those things? How do we improve the utilization of materials? Maybe it's scrap and waste and rework. Improving those things from a company total-wide approach. Methods. How are our processes working? Are they efficient? Are they working? Are we improving those things? Are those things helping us grow? Management. How well do we manage our people and develop our people? So again, getting back to the total company-wide growth. Money. How's cash flow improving within our business? How's our reporting systems doing? Do we know if we're making money or losing money as we go through our day or our week? And marketing, how are we improving our sales? That's another key issue, sales and marketing. These are things that we need to grow. When we talk about growth, these are areas for growth for a business. So when I talk about a high growth company, I talk about a company that just isn't growing sales, but they're growing manpower, machinery, material, methods, money management, marketing within their company. They're taking a complete holistic, total company-wide area, and they're improving and growing everything within their business, fundamentally. That becomes sort of a catalyst for growth within a company. So I'm going to start out with some key questions. Is there room, to improve your 7 M's? Is there room to improve the profitability in your company? Robert, is there room to improve profitability and sales in your company? Okay, absolutely. Can we all kind of identify with Robert? Okay. Are you satisfied with the progress over the last 3 or 4 years of hard work? Surely. Are you satisfied with the results of your company for the last 3 or 4 years? Truly. No. So can we agree with her that maybe some of us also aren't really satisfied with what's going on inside our company? So one of the issues I'm going to talk about is the blame game. Okay? And are we blaming China or the competition, whether it's overseas or around the corner? Are we blaming the insurance industry for our issues? Are we blaming the economy for our problems? And I'm not going to go on this long diatribe about economic bailout, but what we need to look at is what is our own internal economic stimulus package that we're going to be giving to our own companies. Forgetting about what the government's going to be doing, we need to look at our businesses and to literally take control of them. And my grandfather said, the mind is a lot like a parachute, and it only works when it's completely open. So today I need you to be willing to really open your minds to doing things differently. Now I'm going to challenge you to kind of open your minds. So I'm going to try something. I have a question for you. See this card right here, 305 card? Do you think I can cut a hole in it big enough where I can stick my head inside this card? What do you think? Is that a challenge? Could that be difficult to do? So I want you to start thinking creatively, think out of the box. My problem is I got to stick my head through this card. How am I going to do it? Some of us say that's going to be impossible. So let me try something here. See if this will work. Take my scissors, and I'm going to cut this here and here, and let's see. How'd I do? Do you think there's a hole big enough now that I can stick my head through this? What do you think? No. So I've got to think differently about this challenge, this problem. How am I going to get around this? So let me try something else. Take my scissors, and I'm going to maybe cut it here. I don't know, cut it over here, try it over here. I don't know, maybe I'll cut this here like this. I don't know, I'm making a mess of it. Let me cut it over here. And maybe if I cut it right here. And I think I messed it up, I'm sorry. Cut it here. Let's see. Okay. So let's see what I have now. So now can I cut a hole in this sticky note big enough to stick my head in? What do you think? Okay, so what we thought was maybe impossible is possible. Pretty much any challenge you can think of can be addressed and can be solved. So I really need you today to be creative and open-minded and think out of the box. That's my point with that. Okay? So what are we going to cover today? We're going to talk about how the importance of being profit-focused and really look at how we're going to build innovation within our company. We're going to learn step by step over how a company, a WBE, went from near bankruptcy to making record profits and growth in 1 year. We're going to really chronicle her story and how she did it, and you're going to learn to do the same things that she did. So we can all really get to the point where we're growing and we're maximizing our profitability. Okay, so I really want you to focus on profitability. About 25% of all companies that are small, meaning under 500 employees fundamentally, 25% are great businesses. They're making 10, 15, 20% month in and month out. They're doing very well. They're very profitable, very strong cash flow, great balance sheets. They're doing great in any economy. This is what happens. About 25% of the companies are really sort of average. They're making 2 or 3% at the bottom line. They're paying their bills, but they're kind of plateauing. They're sort of on a flat line, and really nothing's exciting really going on with those businesses. Another 50% of all small companies are what I call in the danger zone. These are companies that have not made any money in the last 3 to 5 years. They have sales are flat, cash flow is tight, lines of credit are getting exhausted, things are getting very uncomfortable. And unfortunately, this is what's going on. This has been happening for years.